Hey guys, happy Monday. I almost said Sunday. I am doing a little meal prep right now. We're hanging out at home. Everyone's hungry, so I'm like, let's get going on the meal prep. So I have this turkey meatloaf stuffed with cheese recipe on the agenda for this week. It's actually a skinny taste recipe that I've I want to say like dumbed down. It's kind of like the lazy girls cheesy meatloaf. So I was going to show you guys how to make it because it is so easy and it's one that we make again and again. And I mean, you could even slice it up and eat it like a burger. It's like one of those recipes. It's super versatile. So I don't know how this is going to go with me like making it and showing you how I make it. So I'll do my best. I can like kind of go down and show you what I'm doing here. But this is a first. And like I said, it's a very easy recipe. So it might turn out fine and wonderful and everything, but it could be super weird too. So in here I have 2 pounds of ground turkey. The recipe calls for like spinach and mushrooms and all this stuff, but Mal's not really a fan of spinach or mushrooms, so I just keep it really basic. And so I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper on the meat, just like whatever seasoning you want, a little garlic powder, and then I have this everyday seasoning from Trader Joe's, but I mean, you could use whatever you like, just a little something something for the meat. You probably hear Quinn and Mal in the background there in the playroom. They're actually cleaning Murphy's couch today because it's disgusting. We should have just thrown it away. And then 1/3 cup of ketchup. This is kind of following the recipe on Skinny Taste, but kind of doing my own thing. So the ketchup goes in there. And then it calls for eggs, but I've been using a flax egg just because I haven't been eating a ton of eggs. And the flax eggs, the flax egg, it works, so I've been just using that. So I made this ahead of time. And a flax egg is just 1 tablespoon of ground flax with 3 tablespoons of water. And you let it sit for like, I don't know, like 10 minutes. So I had mixed it up in here and just dumped it right into the meat. See, like I said, I don't know how this is gonna work. Me going on and off screen. And then you're just gonna mix up the meat. I might go in here with my hands in a second. I just wasn't sure how that would look. Actually, I'm just gonna do it with my hands. It's so much easier with your hands, right? So, mixing up the meat. Like I said, some of this is gonna be a little awkward, but just trying to show you how easy it is to do this recipe. But like I said, it's one of those that you could totally customize to what you like. I'm actually, the cheese that I think the original recipe calls for is like cheddar or something like that. But we had some friends over last night and we had like a little cheese plate and I had leftover brie, so the brie's going in. So I'll show you guys that in a second. All right, so this is mostly combined. It's very cold. Let me just wash my hands real quick. Oh, actually, I don't need to wash my hands. Oh, I do need to wash my hands because I need to touch my phone. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, so then right here I just have a cutting board with some saran wrap on top, and the meat's gonna go on here and I'm gonna flatten it all out, and then I'm gonna add the cheese, and then you kind of just jelly roll it up, and then it kind of becomes like a meatloaf. So let me dump this on here. This looks very lovely, I apologize. So you're gonna kind of flatten this down into like a rectangle. I know, this is all very pretty, but I swear it's delicious when it's done. Like we went out and did some errands this morning. We went to like Home Depot and then Target, and on the way home, I was like, I just like really want a burger. And so we went over to Five Guys and it was closed. So I told him I had this on the meal plan and he was like, okay, make that. That sounds really good. Okay, so that's all flat. Sorry, back and forth to this thing. And then I just cut up this brie. It's just leftover. This is like one of those, like, we don't waste any food in this house. So I was like, let's put the brie in there. That will be good. And you just kind of put it in the center. And then I'll roll this baby up. It's all stuck together. You can kind of put them anywhere. And so the original recipe has spinach, has mushrooms. She puts like all sorts of stuff in there. Like I said, Mal's not super into all those veggies, but you could put anything in here. I mean, you could even get crazy and put, you know, some kale. You could put some bacon in here, all sorts of stuff. So that's, you know, I have no idea how this roll is gonna go, but we're gonna try it. So So then you just kind of use this to guide it. And this is just a big log of meat now. And then you're supposed to put it in a loaf pan. I have no idea where our loaf pan went. So I have this just rectangle pan with some parchment. Can't really see it. And I'm just gonna plop it right in there. So pull this off. And then you wanna put the seam on the bottom. So the cheese stays in for the most part. Oh, sorry. And so again, not super appetizing, just a hunk of meat. You kind of like seal off the ends there too. And then you're gonna pop this in the microwave, not in the microwave, in the oven for 45 minutes on 350. I'm gonna throw this in here. And then after 45 minutes, you're gonna take it out of the oven. And there's this really simple glaze that goes on top of it. And it's like ketchup, Dijon mustard, Worcestershire sauce, and something else. It's on the Skinny Taste site. I'll link to her site for the original recipe. But you just brush that on there, cook it for another 15 minutes, and it comes out all cooked and wonderful. The cheese is all gooey and wonderful in there. And you just slice it up and eat it. It's like such a great recipe. And I know I've said this 100 times, but you could just totally customize it to, your preferences, what you have in the house. If you have leftover cheese or bacon or, veggies that you want to use up, you just throw it in the middle and roll it up. So that's one of the recipes on our meal plan this week, and hope you guys liked that Instagram live. Like I said, just totally winging it, but hope you like seeing what we're making for lunch today.